Okay, Dr. Mindy here, and I want to talk to you about fasting and what I learned from a weekend I spent with Dr. Jason Fung. So a lot of you know you can go back and look at the videos I did with him, but he has written a book called The Obesity Code. If you haven't read it and you want to know about fasting and weight loss, go read it. It is a game changer in the weight loss world. But I had a really unique opportunity to be able to not just hear him from a big stage, but we got to have some one-on-one conversations. And a lot of my resetters had very specific questions about their fasting journey, about fasting and weight loss, that I wanted to bring to you. Because I personally asked him some questions about what is it that people need to know in order to maximize their weight loss benefits with fasting. So I have 4 questions that my resetters wanted to know. So the first question, and I get this a lot, is how often should I fast? How long should I fast? What type of fast is the best? And here's what I'm going to tell you. What I learned from Jason Fung is that fasting becomes a lifestyle. That fasting is not something that you come into and you try once or twice. Fasting is something you're going to want to incorporate for the rest of your life. And I will tell you, I'm seeing that with myself. I'm seeing that with my patients, that it's all about fasting variation. There are so many different ways to fast. One of the things I learned from him, he said, if you've been fasting in the morning, you've been doing intermittent fasting in the morning, and you eat lunch and then you eat dinner, and you've been getting great results with that, but then you plateau, what you might want to do is switch that all around and fast at dinner and have breakfast and lunch. And so he really works on this fasting variation. Go 12 hours or 13 hours one day, then 2 days later go 24, then go 36. Eat dinner, skip breakfast, and then switch that around. So his general solution to every question I had about how long you should be fasting, what do you do with people that are really stubborn and they can't stubborn weight loss, they're not able to lose weight, he just said keep switching it, keep trying different strategies as far as the length of the fast goes and as far as the time in which you eat, switch that up. I thought that was pretty cool. Second question that a lot of people had in my resetter group was about the set point. So in his book, The Obesity Code, he talks about the set point, that with calorie restriction diets, we hit a set point where we will start to lower our caloric needs because we've deprived our body of calories. So he said with fasting, the cool thing is that it's really, you take that set point doesn't become an issue anymore. What you're trying to address is insulin resistance. And so when you know that you are getting yourself in a place where the insulin resistance goes away, he calls that metabolically flexible, meaning that you can be eating a keto life, you can be fasting a lot, and then maybe you splurge for a day or two, but then you start to fast in keto again and you drop the few pounds that you gained from your splurging. If that's you, you're metabolically flexible, you have reset your set point at that point from all the chronic years of dieting, and really what he wants all of us to focus on is this insulin resistance and getting ourselves out of insulin resistance and getting us into being metabolically flexible. So I know, like Rachel, you had that question in my resetter group, Kim, you had it, so let me know if that answers that question. Okay, third question that a lot of my resetters had was about diabetics. How long should diabetics be fasting? Can diabetics fast? Those are the kind of questions I heard. He has written a book called The Diabetic Code. Highly recommend you get it. And he is a huge fan of fasting for diabetics. If you are a diabetic, personally, I think you should be coached through a fast because you should have somebody that's watching your numbers. But for diabetics, this is the thing. Fasting is changing the diabetic situation for people. People are getting off their insulin. We are seeing cells in the pancreas regrow. So this is the massive solution for diabetics, and that is Dr. Fung's major message is don't be shied away from fasting because you're diabetic. Just ease yourself into it. Push your breakfast back an hour. Just kind of slowly work yourself into these longer fasts. Watch your numbers And over time, what you're gonna see is that you'll need less and less insulin. Okay, and then the last one that I got asked was about adrenal fatigue. Can adrenal fatigue people fast? And across the board, from Fung to Dr. Pompa, across the board, people agree, absolutely an adrenal fatigue person can fast. But you're not gonna take an adrenal fatigue person and jump into a 5-day water fast. What I recommend is that if you are eating, if you go 12 hours without food and you're adrenal fatigued, just go 13 now. And work with that, because you'll get a little hypoglycemic in the beginning. I was a classic example of that. I was a 6 meal a day kind of gal. I'm now down to dinner. I just love my dinner. That's pretty much what I eat, and I fast throughout the day. And I couldn't go without food, and I was massively adrenal fatigued. But I slowly worked myself into this. I didn't just jump in and suffer through it. I work to get my body retrained to have periods where it's eating and then periods where it's fasting. So those were your questions, resetters. If this is new to you and you're intrigued by it, we do once a week, we take a 5-day period every month in my resetter group, and we do a group fast. So if you're interested in joining us in that, just put resetters and we'll invite you in. Otherwise, resetters, I hope that answered your question. It was truly an honor to meet this man. He is the real deal. He has incredible information. I'll be bringing more details of his information to my January weight loss and detox event, so stay tuned for that. So, and as always, from the bottom of my heart, I hope you love this information and that these Facebook Lives are helping. Okay? Awesome. Have a great day.